one gonna be fun. So the WBO, whatever Bob orders, whatever Bud orders, if your name start with a B, they gonna look out for you. Seem like they've come and they've ordered the fight between Terence Crawford and Sebastian Fundora, and both parties have till April the 25th to negotiate a deal, or they are taking it to purse bid, or if Sebastian Fundora doesn't come to an agreement with Terence Crawford, they are going to probably strip Sebastian Fundora. Sebastian Fundora's promoter is pushing the Earl Spence fight. He says Earl Spence is a bigger fight than Bud Crawford, that Sebastian Fundora and Earl Spence can fill out a 90,000 seat stadium. He also said that he gave Tim Tszyu and his team his word that if Fundora wins, that they will give Tim Tszyu a rematch, and that's going to be up to Tim Tszyu. If he wants the rematch right now, they'll give it to Tim Tszyu right now. Sebastian Fundora said he would love to fight Terence Crawford, the #1 fighter in the world. Premier Boxing Champions flew Earl Spence to Las Vegas, put his ass in the ring, and they've been tweeting out promoting Earl Spence versus Sebastian Fundora ever since the goddamn fight ended. How do we make sense of all of this? What the hell is going on? I'm here for you. Don't worry, I got you. knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email if you want to debate. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, share the video, all of that shit. And please join the channel as a member. We'll drop super chats and super thanks when you come by the live streams, the videos that we do. Let's talk about this shit. So, what does Terence Crawford being ordered to fight Sebastian Fundora mean? Is it going to guarantee him the fight? Is it going to guarantee him his opportunity to become unified in 3 weight classes? Because he was undisputed at 140, undisputed at 147. And if he got the Sebastian Fundora fight, he would be unified at 154 pounds. Let me just say this, bro. This is no disrespect to anybody, but Sebastian Fundora and Samson, they words is cool. What they say is cool. They not going to be the ones ultimately making the decision. You got to understand the business of boxing, and this is going to come down to whether or not Premier Boxing Champions wants to make the fight with Terence Bud Crawford. If they want to make the fight, then they're going to make the fight. If not, Terence Bud Crawford will be getting his right, which is to fight for a vacant WBO title against Josh Kelly or Erickson Lupin. That's just what it's going to be. And the reason that they are in this situation, both Premier Boxing Champions and Terence Bud Crawford, is because Premier Boxing Champions is trying to look out for themselves. Terence Crawford is trying to look out for himself. If you're watching this video and you're a Terence Crawford fan, he wants to be unified at 154 pounds. He wants his flexibility. He wants to be a free agent. He don't want to sign long-term to any promoter. He don't feel like he should have to. So he is going to look out for himself, and he is trying to make moves to ensure that that happens. If you're Premier Boxing Champions, you have no interest in doing a one-off deal with a dangerous fighter that could beat your fighter and then go take the belts over to another promotional company. Terence Bud Crawford could fight Sebastian Fundora, beat his ass, take them 2 belts, and try to go make a fight with Xander Zayas on Top Rank. If Bob would do business with him. Terence Bud Crawford, if they give him a 1-fight deal, he could beat Sebastian Fundora ass, take them 2 belts, and try to go over there to Golden Boy to fight Virgil Ortiz at 154 pounds. He could take them 2 belts and then go over to the zone and then try to fight Josh Kelly. So if you're Premier Boxing Champions, it makes no sense for you, and this makes people mad. It makes no sense for them to try to have Terence Bud Crawford and Sebastian Fundora in a one-off fight when you know there's a high likelihood based on Fundora's defense, based on how easily Tim Tszyu was countering him and hitting him at will when he could see. You put a faster, more explosive, more dangerous, quicker, higher ring IQ counterpuncher with power in front of Sebastian Fundora, and somebody that's longer than Tim Tszyu and Terence Bud Crawford, anybody with a brain knows that fight's a recipe for disaster for Sebastian Fundora. So if you're Premier Boxing Champions and you're Al Heyman, do you make that fight on a one-off deal? No. You try to get Terence Bud Crawford to sign a multiple fight deal. And if he won't sign a multiple fight deal, then you ain't just going to give them belts away. They probably would rather drop 1 belt, let Bud go fight for that one, and then continue to make in-house fights. That's it. That's all. And if you're Terence Bud Crawford, you got to think about this in terms of not just this one fight. Do you want to be undisputed? Do you want the Errol Spence rematch? Do you want to fight Jermell Charlo? Would you be interested in the Erickson Lubin fight? Would you be interested in fighting Tim Tszyu if Tim Tszyu works his way back up? If these are fights that you're interested in at 154 pounds, it would probably behoove Terence Bud Crawford to put this WBO route shit down, sign long term, get a 3-fight deal with PBC, and get multiple fights for multiple millions of dollars and get on multiple pay-per-views and ride off into the sunset. Because if he goes down this route, the likelihood is if he forces PBC hand, Fundora and Sampson's loyalty is going to be to the Premier Boxing Champions. Knockout. How is it going to be to Premier Boxing Champions? PBC gave Fundora the opportunity to fight motherfucking Tim Tszyu on short notice for 2 belts being on the line. They took him from an interim fight for the WBC against Brian Mendoza, moved him to the top of the card, and put him in there with Tim Tszyu. They got him the Erickson Lubin opportunity. They put him in there with Brian Mendoza. They've been making him a top contender and building him up this entire time. Fundora is going to be loyal to that. They offer better opportunities. Terence Crawford is a one fight that you could probably lose if you're being realistic with yourself. And you look at Terence Crawford and you look at yourself and you Fundora, you probably lose in that fight. But if you look over there, maybe you think Tim Tszyu is winnable. That's a rematch. Good big fight for you. You look at Errol Spence, you see what Bud did to him. Maybe that's winnable for you. You got Jesus Ramos over there. Erickson Lubin works his way back up. You can fight him again. That was a Fight of the Year candidate. All his options is over there, bro. You got Sampson. You got David Morrell Jr. to think about. You got David Benavidez to think about. You really wanna screw over the people that you got them signed to? When you know Al Heyman hold that Canelo Alvarez key to his hand? When he's been doing everything he can to make David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez for your fighter, get you millions and millions and millions of dollars, you really gonna turn your back on that so your fighter can fight a fight that we all know he probably gonna lose? And I'm gonna talk about this shit more tonight. I'm not gonna give away all the talking points, but Terence Crawford fans don't want to hear this. You don't want to see the forest from the trees, but it's very simple, bro. It's very simple. He can't move how y'all think he can move. His win over Errol Spence don't mean what you think that it means. A lot of you tend to think, and I don't want to go into too much detail, you tend to think that because he beat Errol Spence, he now has this big name and he can do whatever he want to do. You think people are knocking down the door to try to sign him and try to get him one fight deal. You think he can go fight this guy that he want over here, then go fight that guy that he want over there, or go fight that guy over there? Nah, bro, they still want options on him. People still ain't going to just do business with him on the one-off. He ain't a big name like that. He going to have to sign long-term to somebody, or he going to have a hard time getting fights. The first time he was a free agent and he didn't sign for more than one fight, who he fight? David Avanesian on BLK Prime. Him being #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, him being the best fighter in the world, him beating Errol Spence doesn't mean what you guys thought that it meant. And at the end of the day, my order is very simple. I want the Tim Tszyu rematch first, then I think Terence Crawford deserves to fight, then maybe Errol Spence. So I think Terence Bud Crawford deserves to fight more than Errol Spence. That's not even up for debate. He beat him in the performance of the year. That's not even a question. But the issue is business is business. And you can't understand that when it comes to Terence Bud Crawford. Oh, he know his worth. That's why he negotiated that way. He trying to keep his flexibility. He trying to be a free agent. Business is business. But then call upon Premier Boxing Champions to do something that you call on no other promoter to do. You don't call on other promoters to just make one-off deals where their fighter could probably lose the fight, then the free agent fighter go take all the hardware and take it to another promotional company. You don't call for nobody else to do that, but you want to see the downfall of Premier Boxing Champions, so you call for them to do that. You call for them to do that. Devin the Dream Haney, what make Terence Bud Crawford better than him? What make him not have to do the things that Devin Haney had to do to get the big fights? Devin Haney wanted to fight Loma. Devin Haney wanted undisputed. Did they just give him George Kambosos and let him run out the back door? Or did he have to sign up for multiple fights? Terence Bud Crawford's little brother, the guy that he mentored, Shakur Stevenson, this is reportedly his last fight on the Top Rank. You think if he don't sign with Top Rank, if he don't re-sign with them, You think they're giving him Loma on a one-off deal? Hey, I don't want to resign to you long-term, Bob Arum. I just want a one-fight deal with Lomachenko. You think they're going to get that to Shakur Stevenson? Hey, I don't want to sign to you long-term, Top Rank. I just want a one-fight deal with Emmanuel Navarrete. You think that he getting that shit? The last person to get some shit like that was Canelo Alvarez, and people made fun of PBC for making a stupid business decision, for allowing Canelo Alvarez to take that belt from Caleb Plant, complete his undisputed run, and then when they offered him some more fights, he didn't take those fights. He took all 4 of them belts, didn't do business with them again, and instead went off and did business with the Zone for a couple of fights with the hardware that he got from Premier Boxing Champions. Left them in the dust. People were making fun of him. Now, the same people that were making fun of him, we're going to go in tonight. It's just a little light work. The same people that were making fun of them for those business moves are now hoping that they make that same stupid-ass decision with Terence Bud Crawford just because you don't like Premier Boxing Champions. You want them to do some stupid shit that you know no one would do. You think Top Rank is letting Bud Crawford fight Xander Zayas on a one-off deal? You think if Bud Crawford like, yo, I'm moving to 160. Yo, Bob, I just want to make the Janabek fight. One fight deal. What's happening? You think Bob Arum doing that shit? You know the answer. You know the answer to that question, bro. Hell no. He couldn't even go. If he go to the Zone right now, yeah, or ESPN Plus, I don't even know where Majramal fight, the WBA champion. He go to them right now like, yeah, I just want a one-fight deal. Me and Majramal, what's happening? They won't give him that shit. No one's signing you to a one-fight deal versus they champion. So you can just take that champion's belts and then go do what the fuck you want with them and leave their company in the dust. Who the fuck doing that, bro? And y'all getting mad at people for not doing stupid shit. What Bud Crawford should have did was took that Jermell Charlo, Erickson Lubin deal that PBC offered him and then continue to do business with them in the future and try to get multiple fight deals with them. Those are his best options for a good end of his career run at 154 pounds. He got to go through them. Otherwise, you about to be fighting Josh Kelly for a vacant belt, bro. So the WBO ordering him to fight Sebastian Fundora doesn't mean what you think it means. If you were Terence Bud Crawford, it don't mean that he going to get the Sebastian Fundora fight. If Premier Boxing Champions want to make Fundora and Errol Spence, they'll make that shit. And the WBC would love those sanctioning fees. The WBO don't want them. They would love those. The way that Terence Bud Crawford gets that fight is not by trying to force PBC's hand through the sanctioning bodies, but trying to do business with them and negotiating with them to get multiple fights and become a part of the PBC banner. If he doesn't do that, he's not getting the fight, bro. He gonna get a shot at the title. It won't be at Fundora, though. It'll be at a lower level opponent and Josh Kelly, and he better hope Josh Kelly take the fight. Otherwise, he gonna be negotiating with Erickson Lubin for the vacant. The Erickson Lubin that they already tried to offer him, by the way. But it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash like. I see y'all soon. Peace out.